Hi, James.
Hi.
We just recorded this already, and then my dog barked and scared me, and so we've had to start again. So I'm gonna name that so everyone knows what's really going on. And we're talking about the Hamingtons today, right?
We're talking about the Hamingtons, yes, the Hamington family, who are the final family that we meet in the order of the show. I think, or at least, go to their home. We've met them in other parts of the show, but this is the first. I think they're in Act 2, aren't they? The start of Act 2, we go to the Hamington house.
And we're sort of showing them out of order, just for fun, really, because it seems logical. Yeah. And so, do you want to show us the Hamington house? Do you want to bring it out?
So the Hamington house, much like the others, pulls out. This one is from stage right and wheels into position. I'm going to just pull it right down stage so we can actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
We would find a lovely position for it in reality. So this one pulls down like this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Kind of form a floor, and there's a table, kind of family kitchen table, attached to the floor.
Yeah.
Folds in, so it's like a kind of flat pack. It's a bit like one of those fold-away beds or something from IKEA. Amazing. And then the top folds up to become a kind of butcher's shop awning, because the Hamingtons,
Mr.
Hamington is the butcher of Gloaming.
Yeah.
It's the family business, I think.
What does it say on the sign?
It says Hamingtons, quality meats.
Nice. I love a quality meat. That's brilliant.
It would sort of hold right up like that. I think in the model it's just going to sit however it wants to sit. But
okay.
So yeah, we're sort of thinking about butchers' shops, period, kind of Victorian butchers, but also it's a family kitchen.
Yeah.
And we were talking about a kind of period, like you'd go maybe to a National Trust or a stately home and see like a Victorian kitchen. That's the sort of feel of it, I guess, isn't it? Kind of panelled, wooden, white walls, kind of clean.
Yeah. Simple. Yeah, and then all of the stuff around.
Simple and then filled with the clutter of busy family life.
Yeah. And so let's have a look. So what's hanging from the ceiling?
So strings of sausages.
Right.
Suspended from the ceiling, which is sort of giving us our butcher's shop feel. And I think the sausages are referred to in their scene.
Yes, so in their
sausages or something, aren't they?
Yeah, so what's happening is Mr. Hamington, Arthur, is the butcher, and Mrs. Hamington, Gladys, is actually the undertaker of Gloaming. And when I wrote it, I didn't really think that was creepy.
Nothing sinister going on here.
But because, so in their song, one of their relatives, Fred, has been taken away by the safekeeper for safekeeping, and Mr. Hamington's really, really upset, and so he can't do his work. So Mrs. Hamington is trying to make the sausages for him, and is really stressed because of that. So I guess
she's made loads, it looks like, here, because I've
well done, Gladys Hamington.
Feeling with strings of sausages. I just think it's a nice, a nice object to have suspended. And then there's a kind of dresser at the back, like a kind of old Victorian dresser with an assortment of, I think it would be even busier, than I've done in this model, but plates, cups, herbs drying, and then if I pull it forward, you can see, and then if you can, there is it's a phrenology.
A phrenology head, yeah.
Phrenology. I just struggle with the word phrenology. A phrenology head.
Yeah.
Which sort of links to, it links to their, the children, the three Hamington boys.
Yeah.
Their talent, their special power, which is
they know the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, so the way that they get to that talent, they inherit that talent, is because their dad, Arthur, he's an empath. He can sing a song that make any song, like he can write a song that will make you feel seen and understood for the first time if you haven't been. And then their mum, Gladys, she's a treasure finder, so she can find anything. So in my head, like the whole family is about kind of understanding and kind of figuring out the truth of things. So the children become these answer machines. Which is why, like, I really like when we're chatting about it being a family kitchen, we're talking about all of the, like, the chaos and the mess and the whole.
Find anything, because it's a sort of special, what looks like a mess, but is a very special family filing system of clutter.
Exactly. And because mum is like the treasure finder, like if she's not allowed to use her talent, then everything has to stay lost, right?
Yeah,
And if you've got like 4 kids or whatever, things get lost. So that was that thinking. And what else is on the dresser? Phrenology head.
A phrenology head, and then it's sort of, I think there'd be more clutter, like instrument cases and bits of, I don't know, a mug with some pens in and all of that kind of stuff. Plates. I love I think, you know, tying in with the stripy shop awning, all of that blue rimmed enamel kitchenware, you know.
Lovely.
Really nice. And then on the wall here, so there's a window on one side, on this side here, which again, a bit like in some of the other houses, we can use as a light box and get a bit of light into the house from the side.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, I think tying into the phrenology head really nicely is it's like a kind of butcher's sign.
Diagram.
Cuts of meat, a diagram of a cow where all the different cuts.
Okay, I like that. That's really, yeah.
See it? I'm going to bring it right in.
See it? That's awesome.
I'm going to bring it up here because you can see it better here.
Yeah, I like the window.
That's the window. So there we go.
Brilliant.
So that's the family house. Pop that there. Shall we meet the Hamingtons themselves and talk about costumes, clothes? Let's pop them up here.
I love this because this is the first time I get to see them.
This is pure like doll's house territory here.
Yeah. So that's Arthur and Gladys and the 3 boys.
As always, you can see the drawings, which are also behind me. I think the 3 boys are just...
Yeah.
I feel like a weatherman now, but yeah, there they are. And in fact, the whole family are up there.
Yeah, I can see them. Awesome.
They'll all be on the website to look more closely at. So Fred.
Arthur. He's Arthur. Fred's his cousin.
Arthur. I'm going to bring him up here.
Hey, Arthur.
Here he is. A kind of butcher's apron, sort of nice, baggy, comfortable trousers, and a kind of cotton shirt, sleeves rolled up, feeling kind of, I don't know, wholesome.
Yeah, definitely wholesome. Yeah. Apart from the cleaver, which feels slightly threatening.
It's a little bit sinister. He's just a busy working butcher.
Yeah, that's it. And so he can take the apron off, right, when he goes out.
The apron off when he's down the Black Dog having a drink or whatever. And maybe he's got a jacket or a coat or something. He's not always necessarily in the apron.
Yeah, nice.
And next to him is Gladys. Let's bring her forward. So she's sort of classic Victorian, so trying to take the kind of, I don't know, Victorian undertaker image. I'm going to bring her over here. But she's a woman, obviously, so sort of turning that into a dress, trying to get a feel of like a long tailcoat and a man in black.
Yes.
Turning that into a sort of Victorian lady's outfit.
Yeah.
So sort of jacket and long black skirt, and long ponytail.
I like that.
Yeah. All in black. He's kind of in white shirt. He might even have like a white butcher's jacket to put over, you know, one of those butcher's coats.
Yeah.
She's all in black. Yes.
So they're like the white and black family, which matches the floor, I just realised.
Yeah. I just realised too.
Phrenology head, because they tend to be white with like black sections, don't they?
Yeah.
So
they're sort of black and white as a family with a bit of blue. Blue's there.
Okay.
Which you'll see, I guess, in the boys in their school uniforms. I'll bring you one forward. Let's bring it up here. It's easier, isn't it? It's better lit.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so they're in like they've got shorts, like an old school.
Yeah, old school uniform, almost a sort of just William kind of vibe. Cap, tie, a little bit scruffy. You know, one of their socks is falling down. Maybe there's a grazed knee.
Yeah.
Shirt's not quite tucked in. Tie's not quite on properly.
Yeah.
You know, they're in a. There's 3 of them. It's a busy house. They're all rushed to get out to school. They're not. No one's checking them.
I love the way, like, whenever the Hamington boys appear in the script, they're always kind of arguing with each other or someone else, because they're these know-it-all kids. So in my head, they get into like a lot of scraps, and they're quite.
Yeah, okay. They're quite dishevelled.
Yeah.
And then they've got these pockets in their school blazers, which maybe are filled with their trivia cards that they're playing with in the scene.
Nice.
Or, pulling out notes. They're kind of your average school geek, I would say, sort of fun geek.
Yeah. They're like a fun geek from a cartoon book where the geeks are the heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Geeks are the heroes in the end.
Of course. All the best people are geeks. We are. And so, because it's just kind of interesting, because all of this family, like these parents' talents, they're not really things that you have stuff for. Because I was just thinking about how like Lady Trockle has her compass.
Yeah. These are much more sort of, I don't know, internal.
People like emotion. I think the whole family is like emotion and understanding and knowledge. So I guess it's a slightly different way of looking at how we represent the talent.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of was thinking about it, and I thought, I don't really want to like stencil a load of question marks all over them or anything. That feels a little bit.
No. Not very much. Brill. Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
We always forget to talk about them just because they're right behind me. The ancestors.
The ancestors, yeah. So tell us about the sisters.
I'm quite pleased with this one, so I wanted to show it. So I'm going to just bring it down. The ancestors are the Hamington sisters, witches.
Yeah.
So their knowledge, they had the same sort of gift for knowledge that was interpreted as witchcraft.
Yes. And they end up, they're three sisters like the three brothers, and they know all the answers. And back in time when women weren't allowed to know things, people thought that meant they were witches. And so they get made, just for a bit of symmetry, they get made into sausages. They get made into sausages.
Not the sausages hanging in.
No, it's different. Different sausages, for sure. So I love those.
Yeah, we were trying to make them sort of, not your sort of, I don't know, typical stereotypical pointy-hatted witch. Make them a bit sexier, maybe, and a bit sort of.
They're kind of badass.
Yeah, badass. I was thinking about The Craft, that great film from the 90s.
Yeah, that's great.
90s fashion, kind of, I don't know.
He's really nice. This is my
sort of hippie goth vibes.
Yeah,
black velvet, swishy skirts, lovely. They look a bit like a girl band, I think.
Yeah, a girl band that plays like fiddles and like.
Yeah. The Cause, maybe.
Yeah, like a more gothy Cause.
Showing our age now.
Cool, thank you. I feel like this is out of my control now, so I'm going to end the video here. Okay, see you, Jen.
Bye.